Thandeka refuses to participate in the wager, and guys, it's really going to be a long day and a long week ahead because she is so serious about it. She even said it in the diary room. She told Big Sister that she is not participating in the wager. Though Big Sister did not say anything regarding that. I'll come to the diary session with the Thandeka's diary session and Emily's diary session later. But I really want to talk about this thing that just happened in the house now before Trixie was called into the diary room. Now, to me, the Baba. I don't understand. I don't know what I'm going to say about Tumidi Baba's reign at HOH. One thing I know for sure is that he's a very neat guy. Okay, and he's trying to make sure that everything goes well. Of course, they have wager at hand. Tomorrow is wager. Every time they have wager, trouble, trouble, trouble. Yesterday, Liema and Thandeka had a conversation where Thandeka told her that we are much in this house. We are much, and there is no way we can accept everybody's ideas and opinion. Like we are not like 8 or 5 or 10 at least. Okay. When Uliema was trying to tell her to be patient with the housemaid because it seems they don't really want to take her ideas. Now, to me, the what? To me, the Baba said to me the wonder. To me, the Baba called for a meeting, and some housemates were asking diverse questions. Now, when it came to King Wanda asked a question. He really needed clarity. He said he wanted to know because Thandeka said she is not going to be participating in the wager. So he wants to know if the whole thing is going to affect them or Thandeka not participating in the wager. Is it like going to make them lose the game so that they won't really bother themselves? Proceeding with the wager prep, like it's like a waste of time if one person says she's not participating, another after the whole thing, big brother is going to fail us because she did not participate. So we want to know we want to know if the punishment is for all of us, or is it just for Thandeka. Okay, that was King Wonder's question because they were actually telling to me the Baba questions he's going to approach Big Brother with because they need clarity. So they wanted to know. For many of them, kind of like buttressed on it too, likes of Nelly Swada. Yeah, they want to know if Thandeka is going to serve the punishment all alone, or is it a general thing so that they will know what they are doing. But I think Nelly Swada said whatever it is that they are not going to back down on the wager prep, they are going to continue with the wager prep. Now, what is the problem? Why did Thandeka said she is not going to participate in the wager? It seemed okay. Wanda said something. He said that the previous week it was a music stuff. So Uliema and Bravo B were very good in that. Okay, and they took it up. Okay, the anchor did they did everything. Now this particular one is kind of like needs someone who is really well traveled, and I think that is Thandeka fits in. But it seems the housemates do not really want her. Now Melly defended her. Melly said something. Melly said, why would she take it up when if she wants to say something, you see people, I didn't understand what he said in the vernacular though. Okay, that people they will start making side comments even before she says whatever it is that she wants to say. So because of that, she will sit down. You want to stand up to say something and people are already making side comments like no you don't. Just not the cast stood up. Why? That people are calling her all sorts of names. She knows it all. She does this one, she does that one. So please, that she is not putting her opinion and she is not doing anymore. Why would she do since nobody is accepting what you're doing? So Wanda said that it's not just because nobody is accepting, that he thinks is with the approach. This was exactly what I said when in my video. If you've not seen that update, when I was talking about her conversation with Uliema, I said the thing is not how Thandeka says it. The thing is not what Thandeka says, it's how she says it, like in a commanding way, like, oh, you guys must do it, like, this. Okay, now Wanda gave cited an example. Maybe if somebody said maybe we could use a yellow something, that instead of saying, oh, why was that, but you could just say but I think red will be fine. Instead of putting no, use red, you can say I think. So he was just trying to tell Thandeka how best to approach the whole situation and how best to, talk. I think the whole thing even got to Buglebi. Buglebi was like, what they want to know is there is no point beating about the bush. That if Thandeka says she's not joining, what they want to know is if this whole thing what's the punishment. Is it going to affect us? Are we going to lose the wager? Are we all of us going to get punished, or is the punishment just restricted to Tandeka alone? So there is no point wasting time beating about the bush. This was coming from Bugebi, right? There's no point wasting time beating about the bush. And Tandeka still stood up and said, "No, this is it. That's the way they call her names, as if you're the only one that knows it all, the only one that has all the ideas, like you are this, you are that, you are that." So it doesn't make sense. Then Didi said that no, they aren't really going to beg anyone. They are not begging anybody to join. That's to me, should just go ask Big Brother, let them know if somebody doesn't join the wager, what's going to happen, so that they don't have time. Let them push through with whatever it is they want to do. I'm like, Didi, must you talk? If you want to avoid Tandeka, since they are talking about her, you can just decide. There are so many people there who didn't say anything, because today's diary session, almost all the housemates mentioned Tandeka's name. Almost all the housemates mentioned her name. Now, do you know one thing that really impressed me was Buglebi or Bujebi, how do you pronounce it? Said the exact same thing Tandega was telling Uliem. She said there are 20 in the house. There is no way you can accept 20 opinions. There is no way you can accept 20 opinions. So the people that are really so into this type of thing should take it up, bring in their opinion. That yesterday they tried sharing themselves into groups. They say, okay, this group take care of this group take care of this group take care of this. Then they've already come up with something. Then you see somebody will come by the side. I have a suggestion, I have an opinion, I have this. Like, you are taking them backwards. Yeah, you are taking them backwards, because we've already shared into groups. Okay, this group take care of this group take care, so we can all come together. I remember Faith in last season of BBN did not participate in the wager because he was angry. He wrote something and all, but later the housemates had to go to the trash bin to pick what it was he tore, because he angrily tore the things he wrote and all. They had to One of the housemates had to go pick it, and they still did, like, they followed everything he did. Okay, it was actually his idea. He was not part of the wager. I think they won that wager, and people that commended him because it was his idea he had written out, and he angrily tore it because they were having some bans, right? But the housemates had to, after when it really got so hard for them, they had to go and look for what he wrote in the trash bin and pick it. But one thing I'm trying to say is, Tandega is no longer a kid. I know how painful it can be when you're trying to suggest something and people are not buying it. People don't want to take your idea. In fact, she said that next week she's going to come back, and the same thing that happened this time around, if it still happens next week, she's going to detach herself again, because that she's no longer interested in the whole thing. She's not bringing her ideas. She's not, doing all of that. Okay, so the housemates were actually waiting for to me to go meet Big Brother and ask Big Brother what the punishment is for it. But to me, if you'd asked me, I would have said, Tandeka, you're older than most of them there. I think you should have applied some maturity, some emotional intelligence, and said, okay, fine. Okay, this is where I can help. In as much as like I can't really bring the whole ideas right now, this is where I can help, this is where I cannot help. I don't think you should totally exempt yourself. Well, Tandeka is her person. She has stayed true to her life, her character since day one. She even told Big Sister that that's who she is. She's just so real with herself, and I don't want to go into her diary session because a lot was said, right? But the fact that her man defended her, Emily defended her so well. In fact, if the housemates were Liema, I know Liema will be like, no, I don't want to spoil the friendship. Let me not just say anything. Liema just kept calm. Bravo B. Some others didn't talk, while others were like, no, we can't beg, but let's find out what the punishment will be. We can't be wasting our time here if at the end of the day, just because one person did not join, will end up losing the wager. So it's safer to say, let's forget about the wager. We failed and we failed, instead of working so hard at it, putting in all efforts, and at the end of the day, you still get to lose the wager, right? But then I don't understand. I feel I would have wished, though Big Brother had called Tracy into the diary room, right? And they are still I know they are still having their meetings though. Of course, the whole concentration camera will be on who is in the diary room. So I decided to come give you guys the updates. Before I continue, I hope you have liked the video. Like I said, I'm tired of asking you guys if you have liked the video. Please make sure you do like my videos, please. Okay, at least I know I do so well in trying to get it to your doorstep, analyze and narrate and all. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Okay, so I don't know, I would have preferred that Thandeka, for the sake of the house, for the sake of, is a teamwork thing. In as much as it's a teamwork thing, I know that everybody cannot bring opinions, but then let's work together. Even if it's one idea, just put everything behind you. I know that she's also still paying that maybe she got only one like. How can I be with people who don't like me? And all of that, like you said in the diary room, yeah, it's true they don't like you. But one thing you have to know, that just like she was saying that she's in the when she auditioned alone, that none of them told Big Brother to pick her, neither did any of them tell Big Brother to pick any of them there in the house. They all auditioned alone, they came to the house alone. So they are alone. That she's not scared to do the punishment, that she will gladly do the punishment, whatever. I'm like, no, Thandeka, don't do that. Don't do that. You prefer doing the punishment alone too. What if the housemates win the wager? Now they'll be like, okay, my dear, without you, would have proceeded, would have. I know some of them would really, people like Neliswa are trying to, but she doesn't want to say it to Tandeka's face. She doesn't want to say it to her face because some of them are already like, what's so what's so special about you? With or without you, please, we can actually win this wager. So what's the thing? What's special about you and all of that? Okay, well, if you'd ask me, I would have preferred that Tandeka joins. Okay, make your contributions and yeah, just join them. But Nelly was telling them that they should stop dissing her. Not when she comes up with something, even before she starts talking, they'll start making side comments, start trashing whatever it is she has to say. Even before she says is that that's not fair, that's not very good at all. It demoralizes her and makes her back out. But she said no matter what it is, she is not going to participate. Like she is very serious about it, very very serious, that she doesn't care what happened. And they said when they told her they're going to ask Big, she said they should go and ask Big Brother. She has already said it to Big Brother that she is not participating. I'm like, what is Big Brother going to tell the people? What is Big Brother going to tell the people? You are waiting for Big Brother's response. Bouger was saying, please let us know what exactly we are doing, whether we are proceeding or we're just leaving it. But some people feel no matter what it is, let's proceed with our wager. We aren't begging anybody to join us. But I think they're really experiencing difficulty in putting the whole thing together, because this is not everybody. It's just like when you bring medical things now or things that has to do with health. It's not everybody that will have an opinion or idea. It's only those in that field that can. Even Dube had to pick the rule book and call her, and they were showing her some things written about the whole wager and all. I think it's a punishable offense. Do you think Big Brother is going to tell them anything? To me, I think Big Brother is going to just tell them to go back to their rule book and read the rule book. And Thandeka, I don't really know. I don't really know the punishment that is going to come, because if at the end of the day Biggie does not punish Thandeka, you will see tomorrow another person will be like, okay, I'm not going to participate in this wager. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. Thank God they are even the ones saying it, that okay, she brought her ideas, and they didn't want to accept it, and she said, okay, no problem. Had it been she didn't even contribute at all, that would have made it worse. She contributed and they sidelined it. So she said, okay, fine. Instead of putting me, throwing me under the bus, or instead of just, sweeping me under the carpet, you don't want me to come up, put up my head. I don't know whether I'm using it correctly in this context, but then it's better I just stay, watch whatever it is you guys are doing. I'm not participating in the wager. I don't know what happens. Today is Wednesday, tomorrow is Thursday, tomorrow is wager. And if they lose their wager, you know how it is in the house. There's not going to be food, they're not going to have supplies, they are not going to, like, a lot of things in the house. I don't know. Tandeka, you're already a matured young lady, so sometimes just overlook some things, and for the sake of others, not just for your own, for the sake of others, for the sake of the house, for the sake of, yeah, I understand. Okay, share your thoughts in the comment section. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.